Alright, so,
What's up? What's up?
time to start companion quests.
All right, let's not waste any time. There are people out there to help, things to learn. Maybe not in that order, but let's get to it. I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute. Any day now, Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out. I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar. That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
So, we're gonna start with Arcade's quest, which is a neat little quest. I think I've only done it once or twice before? I don't remember. Where is he telling me to go? Do I even have the quest selected? I do not. Alright. Start at Novak. Yeah, you gotta just go around talking to people. And the way that you start the quest is you're supposed to have Arcade with you when you do specific things, and then Arcade will make a little comment to you and a invisible counter will go up. And then once you've hit 5 points with Arcade, then he'll begin the quest with you.
Your travels been going all right?
But I skipped that, because I don't care and I'd rather play the game by myself, not with companions.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear. What's your six out there?
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
On to the next person, who... Where the hell are you? What the hell? Oh, maybe that's Cannibal Johnson. I don't know. Go up here. See who this is. Person should be just beyond this fence in one of the houses over here. And most of these houses are probably just bricked up and closed off to the player, but I think at least one or two of them are open. Well, at the very least, one of them, because I can go into it.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving. In a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries? Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling? I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of NCR troopers with my old Gatling laser. Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is, remember.
What's up?
On to the next one. Over by Miguel's pawn shop. Now he's sitting right outside it.
Moreno
Hey,
fought
Christ.
the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
Why are their eyes so weird?
It's been decades, you know. By now, he's been out of the Enclave longer than he was in. Most people know when to hang it up and start over. But not Moreno.
Sticking around for the attractions? Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him. Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
On to the next one. Who I think is the dude that helped, what's his nuts? Rex. Could very well be wrong, though. So, up to Jacobstown. Like 8 mutants that are standing around. Lily tending to her Bighorner. I don't know how I forgot the name Bighorner. By the way, go inside. See Keen.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Finally.
Okay. Still a weenie as usual.
Is there something
Ah,
else?
Dr. Henry. I was gonna say Dr. Johnson or something.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed. Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone, but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
I love that Arcade is kind of just making weird comments about all these people. 8 feet to their left. It's like a bit of a dick move. Surprised Doc Henry didn't just go like, "Hey! You talking about me? I dare you." What the hell is this? Oh. Looking the entire wrong way. I thought it was west, not east, but... in fact, wrong about that. Ooh, a fork! Awesome. What I've always wanted. Oh yeah, I never went into Vault 34. I should do that. Before I finish with this game. Because I do like Vault 34. Actually, do I? I think I'm misremembering it. Because I'm going to go in there and then we're going to get spooked and I'll be like, I actually hate this place. I'm leaving. What is that Brahmin doing? By the way, Vault 34 is just that way. But what we are looking for... might be on the other side of the mountain. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. I'm going to swap over to my shotgun. Just in case some nasties decide to try and have their way with me.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Not really much happening around these parts, but... Cannibal Johnson's Cave. Here we go. Done did find it. Need traps? There's a trap. Okay. So.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you... Oh. I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now. Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
Lips are tinged green. That's strange.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something is missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
Alright. That is all of the members of the Enclave. Well, of the remnants. So, we can head back here, hopefully not get murdered by Cazadores. No? Good. Alright, let's head on in. Head in on. on in head.